Can't hear you.
No.
One sec.
Now you're good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Did the music finish? I didn't even hear the music, bro.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Did the music finish? I didn't hear it. What's going on? How come I didn't hear the music? All right, whatever. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Tyler Jenkins, joined with our host. We got Mr. Babyface Ryan Gilbert, and we got Joel Meyer. Gentlemen, how the hell are we doing tonight?
Doing all right. Just a Monday night. Got a case of the Mondays, as they say. We got a big 10-game slate on Tuesday to get through, so we're powering through here for a show for you guys.
Well, I got to go back to Saturday, of course. Big game, the LSU Alabama game. But I was so fucking mad after that when Jaden Daniels got hurt in the last quarter there, down 14. But the game was going to be close to the end if he didn't get hurt. Yeah, I was so pissed off for like an hour, but that's the way she goes. Like you need equilibrium, right? You have good things to enjoy, the trophies, the championships, the wins. You need to be able to suffer the losses. That's how it goes. It can't be light without the darkness, as they say. And I definitely experienced darkness on that Saturday night. I think I was getting pummeled 7-0 right afterwards. There's a kick in the nuts too, so not a good time. But oh well, that's. There's always next year, as they say, but fuck Alabama.
Yeah, that was some tough titties all around for you there, Jolie. I was feeling for you. But there is some good news, though. Because what do we always say on this show? When the Bills lose, we all win. And when the Cowboys lose, it doesn't get any better than that, all right? So I feel for you. I feel for my man, Jolie there. He had a bit of a rough go. But for everybody else, we had a fantastic time. I was loving it. My buddies everybody in Ontario is a Bills fan, right? So I'm texting all of them like, you guys are going to get fucking stomped this game. You don't have a single chance. You guys are going to get absolutely smoked. And sure enough, the Bengals came in and did what the Bengals do, baby, and took down the Buffalo Bills. That was awesome. I had a great NFL Sunday, man. Those last couple games, I was absolutely killing it, especially the 4:00 time slot. So that was friggin' sweet. And fingers crossed. Hopefully things are looking out for my Chargers. Now, there's something I got to do, okay? The Leafs just had a monster win. It was an absolute shit show. They came back tonight. They just beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think it was 5-4 in overtime. That was an absolute mess. And I'll tell you what right now is going on. My Chargers are simultaneously playing the Monday nighter. They were up 17-6 against the Jets. Jets just kicked a field goal. So obviously you can see your boys decked out here, right? Toronto Maple Leafs. This one's for all the viewers that we have watching, even though we have 0 people watching the fucking stream right now. But this one's for my boys. Gentlemen, give me a second here.
He's taking in the show.
Oh, he's got double duty here. Oh, in the hat.
Let's go. For anybody that's listening that's not watching, I just dropped the Nylander jersey. What was on underneath? I went full Superman. Phillip Rivers. Even took off the Marlies bucket. Threw on the Chargers hat. It's fucking football time. Let's go. Chargers, Bolt Nation, Bolt Man, Bolt up. All right.
Phil Rivers, what a stud, though. That guy was the best.
I know, right? 100%, dude. He's an absolute legend. Number 17. He's got like 12. I think he's got 10 kids now. He can, including himself, he can field the whole football team. How nuts is that? Yeah, all right, let's keep this back. Yeah, I guess so. No protection there, eh? Same like when he was playing days, no protection. All right, let's keep this moving here. Everybody go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast Network website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff going on in the world of sports, baby. Obviously, we got the NHL. We got a 10-game slate we're going to dive into in a little bit here. It was an awesome weekend as well. We got the NFL. We got college football. Baseball, it's done. Nobody cares. We're done. Game over. We'll get back. I heard pitchers and catchers are reporting soon, though, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Right? Right around the corner. Always are. Everything's going on. MMA's going on. There's tons of stuff, dude. So you can NBA as well. So you can find all that at the SGPN website. Be sure to check it out. Read the articles. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles. He's absolutely always crushing it, man. They're good for the weekly stuff, so it's awesome to check that out. Fantasy hockey is an absolute blast. Listen to the other shows as well. Check out our boy Jeff Fox with the MMA Gambling Podcast. He's absolutely always killing it as well. What else is going on here, man? Shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord. Discord's doing some work in there, baby. We're having a good time. Everybody's in there having some good conversations. We're posting some pics. We're making fun of losers, posting parlays. You know, what more could you ask for? It's just a nice, clean environment, man. So shout out to all of our friends and pals in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you're not making money. If you want to get in there, you can reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. We'll point you in the right direction. Or you can reach out to the HGP Twitter account, our social media assistant producer. Whew. This guy's been on fire lately, boys. You've seen some of the stuff he's been posting out there, eh? What are your thoughts on those AI generated pictures that we're pumping through here?
Just keep getting better up there. I'm shocked. Every new one is better than the last.
I love him. He's a very creative person, and this AI thing is perfect for him. He said that it makes memes obsolete, and in his case, I guess it is. It's the new meme creation tool, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And he went above and beyond the Call of Duty. If you're a longtime listener of the show, you are aware that we've had somebody that has had to pay off a little bit of a debt, and it took him about all off season. But our social media assistant producer finally harassed this poor man enough to get him to buy a HGP Hockey Gambling Podcast sweater, and he went through with it. So shout out to our assistant producer on that one. Hell yeah.
Gotta make sure he wears it and post a picture with it though, because he
exactly that was part of the deal too. You gotta go Boston Sports. You gotta go to a bar wearing the sweater and drink a beer and take a picture of it or some shit. That's how that works. So yeah, he'll help you out. He'll point you in the right direction. Or what you could do is Christ, everybody in BC is on fire. My boy Joel's killing it. My boy Morgan Riley's absolutely killing it. So what you got to do, you just got to be an absolute fucking beauty. And if you're an absolute beauty, I'm sure my boy Joel, who's an absolute beauty too, will be like, hey, I'll call you up in your little beauty phones and he'll be like, hey, this is how you get in the Discord, baby. So hell yeah.
So as long as you don't hail from the Alabama University.
I can't imagine there's many of those people up there in BC anyway.
You know what? There is one of the biggest hockey schools is in Alabama. What's Alabama Huntsville? I think is the name of the college. It's actually a really big little hockey hub down there in Alabama. So shout out to Alabama Huntsville. I think that's the name of the school. I could be getting it wrong, but there is one in that state for sure.
That sounds familiar, yeah. And yeah, if you're a beauty, make sure you leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure you're subscribed if you are not already. Also subscribe on YouTube. We're going live there for most shows there. You can get it in the chat to have all sorts of questions and whatnot. So make sure you subscribe or listen to your podcast and on YouTube.
All right, we're going to jump into our lock dogs and totals from last show here. Another bit of a downer, boys. We're going to pick it up, though. We're going to get going. We're getting in the swing of things. Myself, I was 1-2. I was down 0.4 units. Jolie was 1-2 as well, down 0.71 units. And Ryan was 1-2. Fuck, we suck. We were down 2.23 units, but I got a good feeling this week. I'll kick us off for my lock. I had Winnipeg moneyline versus Arizona -125. I forget how this game went. I think they just kicked ass, but I might be wrong. I think they were up early, and then Arizona actually made a game of it, and it was like a 1-goal game with like 5 minutes left or something. But I think the Jets got like an empty netter or something. But either way, that came through for me. For my dog, fuck, this one was feeling so good for me. I had the New York Rangers in regulation +125 versus Minnesota. I'm pretty sure they went up like 2 or 3-0 to start the game early, and fuck, I thought I was laughing all the way to the bank. They ended up shitting the bed. It went to overtime. They ended up losing in a shootout, I believe, but. Shit, I was feeling good. And this one cuts deep for a couple of us on this show. I had Colorado Vegas under 6.5 -120. Vegas Golden Knights went and just fucking beat the brakes off the Colorado Avalanche. It was 7-0. I'm watching this game. I was just tracking on my phone the updates for the last like 6-7 minutes because it was 6-0. I'm like, come on, just mail it in, yo. Just stop giving a shit. No pucks in net. Just dilly-dally, get through the game, and then ended up tucking one in, I think, with like 3 or 4 minutes left. Fuck the under, but I don't know. 1-2. We will be better.
And for me, I'll start with my total. My one win, Sharks team total under 2.5, -130. The old standby there. They lost, I believe, 10-1 to one of the teams. But 10-2 to the Penguins. Penguins almost allowed 3 goals to the Sharks. And my dog, my Philadelphia Flyers, +142 at home against the Los Angeles Kings. I was in the building. There was some juice in the building. That the Farg was packed Saturday night, South Philly, and then the Flyers just gave us absolutely nothing to cheer about. A 5-0 loss there, pretty listless. Second half from a back-to-back, so it's not too surprising, but I thought I put up a better fight than that. And then my lock, the Bruins at Detroit -148. I saw they were up 2-0 early. I was like, all right, good. We're hopefully sail to a nice Bruins 3-1 win. but they ended up losing 5-4 there in Detroit. So another 1-2 day for me.
I'll start with the losses first, since they happened earlier in the day, and also contributed to my feeling miserable that afternoon. The dog was the Senators in regulation plus 125. They were chasing the Lightning the whole game long. They were the inferior team, not a good bet there. And the total was Panthers team total over 3.5 minus 135 against the Red Wings. Decent goaltending by Husso, I believe, but that was also bad. They didn't score until the third period, and then they just got a couple garbage time goals. So not a good bet there. My lock, though, I mean, it's always a good bet to bet against the Sharks. Penn's team total over 3.5 minus 155. I should have done the 4.5 because they scored 10, as Ryan said. That was a good bet, but it's sad times in San Jose these days.
Yeah, they're now minus 200 to be the worst record in the league, which, I mean, 10 11
Lock
games
it up.
is kind of crazy. All right. We're brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is the world's favorite sports book, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. Prop sides, totals, live betting. Bet365 has you covered. And if you like boosts, you're going to love Bet365, like a 30% profit boost on your NFL same game parlay. Plus, they even have an early payout offer if your team goes up 17 points, or I believe it's 3 goals for hockey. It's either 3-0 or 3 goals for hockey. Cash out there. Sign up today and choose from 2 bonus offers, either a $1,000 first bet safety net or bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Just head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. They have a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball is back, and college football. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. So watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit of up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
All right here. Okay, all right, boys. We got a 10-game slate set here for Tuesday, November 7th. Gentlemen, we ready to rock and roll here or what? Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
All right, dude, I'm watching this Chargers game, so you're going to hear a lot of random shit going on in the background, but that's okay because we're kicking things off with a banger here. We got a 7 o'clock talking. We got the Buffalo Sabres against the Carolina Hurricanes. Game itself is in Carolina here. Buffalo on the money line sitting at plus 170. Carolina on the money line at minus 205. If you're interested in the Canes on the puck line at minus 1.5, it's paying off plus 120. The over-under is at 6.5. Over sitting at minus 115. The under here hanging out at minus 105. Okay, this is an interesting one. We got some big news coming out of the Carolina camp. Goaltender Frederik Andersen, he is expected to be out long-term. Apparently he has blood clots. He was diagnosed with blood clots or something like that I was seeing. So that absolutely sucks for Freddie. Kind of sucks for the Hurricanes. You know why? Because Antti Raanta has been fucking shit this year. He's got a good record. He's 3-1-0, but his numbers are terrible. 3.04 goals against average, 0.870 save percentage here. All right, for myself for this game, man, boys, I'm fading Raanta. Raanta stinks. Ranta's always stunk, except for those times he was playing good, but I guess that's kind of how that works. But either way, give me the fucking Sabres here. Plus 170 road dogs here. This team's 3-2-0 on the road so far. Carolina is 3-0 at home, so that kind of scares me a little bit. But I feel like, this team, they've been mid. They're better. We always say this. They're a better team than what they're playing like right now. But they are. Towards the end of the year, the Carolina Hurricanes are going to be fucking awesome. And they have been tending in the right direction here. But this is a team that's been giving up a lot of goals, man. Averaging 3.5 goals against per game. The Sabres have been scoring, dude. Middle of the pack. They're popping in at least 3. So especially with Antti Raanta and that, I can see that. I can see the Sabres going off, and they got their ass beat off from probably Detroit the other night, but then came in and shot a big strong showing against the Leafs. So let's see what they do against the Canes here on the road. Give me them plus 170, and I love the over in this game, over 6.5 minus 115. Like I said, with Raanta in net, and then I don't know if it's going to be Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen or if we're going to see Devin Levi. But either way, none of them are really barn burners so far either in their career. So give me the over. Give me the Sabres.
Yeah, I'll join you right there in the anti-Raanta cap. He has not been good this season. 870 save percentage. Yeah, Carolina 3-0 at home, but that's with their team playing well. One of the wins is against San Jose. They only won 3-0. One of the wins is in overtime against Seattle, 3-2 there. So, they were starting to, settle things down. But this injury to Anderson, I think, is going to be fairly significant. I think, he was kind of settling in there a bit as they were playing more under games. But this Buffalo team, they can lay an egg like they did at home against the Flyers Friday, and then on Saturday won to Toronto and won 6-4. So this team can show up in big spots. They can show up as big underdogs here. So plus 170 on the Sabres here. I think that's some value there. And then, I'm with you on the over as well. Over 6.5 minus 115. Sabres can score. We saw Carolina was able to go back and forth with some teams earlier in the year before, slowing things down a bit. So I love the value here on the underdog Sabres as well as the over 6.5.
Right, you guys covered all the bases. Don't have too much to add. Just that my number only gets the Hurricanes minus 155, so plus 170. Good little bit of value there from a power ratings perspective. And both teams are playing a little better lately. Other than the Sabres getting blown out by the Flyers 5-0 against the Friday game. Yeah, that was Flyers. Yeah. But other than that, they've been all right. They beat the Leafs on Saturday. Won a few other games, and the Hurricanes, they're trending up. They're all the way down to third best in terms of the expected goals against. So that's more like we're used to seeing from them. But, losing Frederik Andersen is not ideal, but I think they can protect Raanta enough. So that's why I'm going to avoid the over. I still lean to the over. I think that, these Sabres games tend to get wild, and then the Hurricanes have been inconsistent, all that. But I'm not going to go there. I'll just take the dog here with the Sabres.
I got to do a quick note here on the Sabres. Who's been absolutely sick has been that fucking JJ Peterka kid, yo. What is he? I think he's like 22 years old, German. What's he got? He's got 5 goals, 3 assists in 12 games so far for 8 points. Last year, he only had like 12 goals in total. So a little bit of a breakout year. I think he's playing second line minutes with Jordan Greenway and Casey Middlestad there. It's good to see some depth scoring, I suppose. Look at that. Analysis, yo. Bringing more to the table here. Who knew?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
All right. Moving down to the 7 p.m. time slot again. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning against the Montreal Canadiens. Game itself is in Montreal, Le Habitat de Montréal, Le Bel Centre Bleu Blanc et Rouge. Tampa Bay on the money line sitting at minus 162. The Canadiens on the money line at plus 136. Over-unders at 6.5. Over paying off minus 112. The under minus 108. Tampa coming off a hard-fought battle here, man, against the Leafers. Obviously, a little bit of an upset win. They were up 4-1. They just lost 6-5 in overtime, heading into Montreal on a back-to-back. Bell Center can be hard to play in, dude, and this Montreal team they've been a little sneaky this year. So, dare I say it, I'm doubling down on the dogs. Give me the Habs plus 136. Plus, who's that fucking goalie they got in net for Tampa? What's his name? He absolutely stinks,
Tompkins.
too. Yeah, Matt Tompkins? Who are you, buddy? I remember I was doing mushrooms at my buddy's house one day, and he's got a buddy he plays in a band with, and this guy was talking to her tripping balls. He's like, "So what's your story, bro?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean?" He's like, "So what's your story? Like, tell me about your other life." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, you loser! What's your story?" So what's Matt Tompkins' story? He's shit. He's 0-2 to start the year with this team. He has a 3.62 goals against average, 0.891 save percentage. He's 29 years old. This guy shouldn't even be in the league, for Christ's sake. So give me the Habs. Give me some of that young talent just lighting this guy's tits off. And as far as over-under goes here, I am leaning towards the over. Even on a back-to-back, you can still see some goals. Tampa Bay is 7th in the league, averaging 3.64 goals for per game, and they're giving up a shitload too, and Montreal sucks on the back end. So give me the over. Give me the Habs, baby.
Yeah, I'm right there with you again here. Home underdogs, Montreal against the Tampa Bay team. Emotional loss after going up 4-1, thinking they probably had that game won in Toronto. Still got a point out of it. Came back to get a point out of it, but they definitely wanted 2 heading into this game. With Matt Tompkins was in the SHL last year, AHL before that, ECHL before that. So yeah, he is definitely not a guy. Meanwhile, Jake Allen could be a guy. He's been decent for Montreal so far, and Montreal, most importantly, has been 4-2 at home. 4-2 at home. Tampa is now 1-3-1 on the road. So there's something wrong with this Tampa team. I did see today that I think Cooper said Vasilevsky could be back by American Thanksgiving, which is pretty soon, 2 weeks away. So keep an eye out for that if you want to put some buy some stock in the Lightning there. But for this game, it's going to be the Canadiens plus 136 at home. That line's come down a lot. I think it opened to plus 150 or higher. So it's going to keep dropping here. And yeah, I'm also on the over here. Canadians can score. Tampa can score. I don't trust other teams' goalie really too much. So Canadians over, maybe a Canadians team total over if you'd rather just go with that.
Yeah, I like that team total because I love the over in this game. You know, we got Matt Tompkins, the name of a white guy in a trailer park, sounds like to me, versus Montembeault or Jake Allen. And Jake Allen is, he's had a good start to the year, but I don't think that he's going to continue his fine form. And yeah, the Lightning have been a terrible defensive team. They just they're winning 4-1. I felt pretty comfortable with my Lightning bet, and then next thing I know, it's fucking 5-4 because the Lightning can't defend for shit. And and they got the weaker goalie in net now. Jonas Johansson at least has had a few good games, and he's getting peppered like every night too. So yeah, the Lightning are just not a great defensive team, but they can still score. So that's why I like the over best of all. But for a side, I do like the Habs as well. Let's see, what do I make this game? Lightning minus 159, but it's not really factoring in the back-to-back situation. So yeah, give me the Habs, and more importantly, give me the over.
All right, Kucherov is so fucking sick, man. It's not even funny. All right, moving down to the 7:30 p.m. time slot here. We got the Detroit Red Wings against the New York Rangers. Game itself is in Madison Square Garden in New York. Detroit on the money line sitting at plus 140. New York on the money line at minus 166. The over-under sitting at 6. Over paying off minus 120. The under plus 100. Mr. Meyer, let's toss this one your way, buddy. What's going on? Going right back to you.
This is the Red Wings game?
Yep.
All right, yeah, give me the Red Wings. The Rangers are dealing with some massive injuries. They lost Phil Pedal, they lost Adam Fox, and now it's looking like Shesterkin could miss a few games here with the upper body soreness or something like that. So I'm expecting Jonathan Quick to get the start here. He's actually been pretty good the 2 or 3 games he's played, but no, I don't think that'll continue, just like Jake Allen. I like the Red Wings here. They've been one of the more impressive young teams so far. They got the new pieces working together all right, including Justin Hall, who's been a stud D-man for them.
For the Norris babe.
I like the Red Wings quite a bit here. You can also do their team total because I think the Rangers will let in some goals because they don't have Shesterkin in net, who does a lot for them. Because I don't really like their defense, especially without Adam Fox back there. So yeah, I quite like the Red Wings in here, and I like the over 6 as well. This could be a high scoring game with how the Red Wings play, and the Red Wings just missing pieces, and they're missing one of the best goalies in the NHL.
Yeah, we're seeing now what the Rangers are without their Vezina Trophy winning goalie, the Norris Trophy winning defenseman there. And on Saturday, they were up 3-0 in Minnesota. They blew that lead. Minnesota came back to win in a shootout, 5-4. So yeah, I'm barking here again on the Red Wings plus 140, taking the dog again. You know, they're better than we expected so far this season. 7-4-1. Rangers at 8-2-1. Yeah, the Rangers out without 2 of their probably biggest pieces, I would say. They could probably get by without Kreider or Zibanejad better than they can without Fox or Shesterkin there. So Red Wings coming off a win against Boston. Now I got to go on the road a little bit, but I don't mind the value at plus 140. And I would also agree with the over 6 at minus 120. Could see that going up to 6.5, especially once Shesterkin is confirmed out. Husso, save percentage under 900. Quick was good in his first 2 starts, but then shit the bed a little bit against the Wild there. So give me the Wings and the over here again.
I get back in the Wings in this. I really do, and I'm pretty close to doing it. But the Rangers have been good to me all year long. This team has been sick. I know they've been awesome on the road, 6-1-1. Obviously, this game is a home game for them. You look at the record; they're 2-1. They just haven't had many chances to pump up that home record. Well, now you do. You're playing against an admirable Detroit team. That was tough to say. Admirable Red Wings team here. With Billy Husso, who his numbers absolutely fucking stink, even though his record's good. So I got to back the Rangers here, man. And then just to top it off, I got in a fight on Twitter today. Shocker on that one, who didn't see that one coming. Got in a fight on Twitter defending goalies that don't play like Carey Price. And if you're putting fucking Jonathan Quick in that, I gotta back my boy. All right, Quick's always been my man. So fuck yeah, let's go, Johnny Quick here. Ryan, you brought up some great points. This sucks that they don't have Adam Fox, or they don't have Igor Shesterkin. But you know what? If you want to be a contender, you got to be a contender when some of your best players are out. So let's see a bit of adversity here, man. Let's see how they bounce back playing against a good team like the Red Wings. They shit the bed last game against Minnesota, but they looked good to start. So you know that they can play that way. So I'm going on the Rangers. Minus 166 is a lot of juice. So, but I don't hate it. Fuck it. And as far as over-under goes here, I hate this play. I don't really have a lean either way, man. So I don't know. I guess gun to my head, take the over. Maybe we see like a 4-3, overtime win or something like that, or 4-2 when you get a push or something. But whatever. Speaking of Twitter, though, how about that guy with the video that called you, that shouted you out for the Sens fans thing? That was awesome. That was awesome, This guy's he's got a podcast too, eh? It's actually pretty funny. I was listening to it. It was good. He made me laugh. He's fucking. What's his name? The guy's. He's an American of some sort, but he fucking made me laugh. So that's awesome. We'll get back to that. Yeah, he's right though. Fuck the Sens. I got to sneeze so bad here. I'm trying to hold it in. All right, moving down to the 7:30 p.m. time slot here. We got the Minnesota Wild against the New York Islanders. Game itself is in New York on the island. Minnesota on the money line at plus 110. The Islanders on the money line at minus 130. Over-under is sitting at 6. Over paying off plus 102. The under minus 122 here. From what I'm seeing, Varlamov is expected to start this game. I might be wrong, but that's just what I'm seeing. We have Marc-Andre Fleury confirmed. If so, we got an old fuck game, which is awesome. Varlamov's numbers have been sick if he is playing. And the Islanders at home have been unreal, man. They're 3-1-3 on the year so far, while the Wild have been 1-3-1, the exact opposite on the road. I'm loving New York in this game, dude. They're having a little trouble scoring goals, but Minnesota's having a lot of trouble stopping goals. So it kind of evens out in the wash a little bit here. Give me the Islanders minus 130. As far as over-under goes here, let's see these old dogs show up and have a fucking day, Give me minus 1 or 122 on the under 6 here. Let's see these old fucks, go out there and let's get some Cialis going. Let's get these guys all fully torqued up and throwing it back a little bit. Give me the under and give me the Islanders.
Yeah, agreeing with you again.
Old man boner game.
Also on the Islanders minus 130. I just don't believe in the Wild whatsoever, especially on the road. They're 1-3-1 on the road. I don't even know who that win was against. The win was in Montreal early in the season. Came back to win in a shootout against the Rangers. Played well there, but going on the road to Long Island here, I think the Islanders are able to shut it down at home. They're 3-1-3 at home, so they want to get that up a little bit. No matter if it's Varlamov or Sorokin, it's definitely a goaltending advantage there for the Islanders. So I think the Islanders will be able to, keep the Wild off the board a little bit because they don't have as much scoring depth as they've been scoring recently. 5 goals, 3 goals even. So give me the Isles here and give me the under.
I quite like the Islanders so far this season. I like them in this spot as well. They haven't really traveled too far out beyond New York, which has helped them early on, but they're playing better hockey than they have in the last couple of years. And they're not even getting the elite goaltending from Sorokin this time. So it's actually Varlamov who's been better. Only 3 starts, but he's number 2 in terms of goal save above expected right now. A couple shutouts will do that for you. I think he has 2 shutouts, but at least 1. And meanwhile, the Wild it's the total opposite. Both goalies have been utter shit so far. Both have a sub 90 save percentage. Both are well below average or in terms of the goal save above expected. So yeah, I think just going to back the much superior goalie here in Varlamov against Fleury, and just counting the Owls defense once again, shutting a team down. And yeah, I like the Owls in this spot. And I guess I can't go with the under just because the Wild have been playing some crazy games dictated by their poor goaltending. But so stay away from the total, but definitely like the home team.
All right. That guy that sent that video you're talking, Ryan, the Blur 92. That's who it was. So go check out that video. That was awesome.
Like Blink.
All right, Blink moving down to
192.
No, the Blur 90. No, the Blur 92. What fuck are you talking about, Joel?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
That's just what it reminded me
Don't
of.
smoke another one. Well, shouldn't it remind you of the band The Blur?
Yeah, well, that too, but it's a Blur 92, so we put them both together. You know what I mean?
You're fucked. All right,
think
moving
you're
down to the
lagging.
8 p.m. time slot.
That's the
Here we
problem.
got the Winnipeg Jets. Am I lagging? Can you hear me? Are we okay?
You're good.
It's like 2 seconds. It's okay.
Yeah,
No?
it's not bad.
Well, you gotta answer me then if I ask. Holy shit! All right, 8 p.m. time slot. We have the Winnipeg Jets against the St. Louis Blues. Game itself is in St. Louis here. Winnipeg on the money line at -135. St. Louis on the money line at +114. Over-unders at 6. Both over-under paying off -110. Ryan, I was going to throw last game to you. I'm going to throw this one your way. What do we got?
Yeah, that's fine. I did pick this game as my total initially, but it's just because I can't pick a total. And looking at these two teams, I can't trust either of them. I mean, I'm pretty sure our boy Catfish in the Discord pointed out the Blues at home are pretty good so far this season. I think they are 4-1 at home. Jets are 3-2 on the road, though. Jets coming off a win at Arizona, and they're in the Shadow Realm. Blues have won back-to-back games over the Devils, over the Canadians on back-to-back nights there. So I guess if I lean out anyway, it would be to the home underdog here, +114, and then just to lean to the under, just because it's probably Hellebuck versus Bennington, and hopefully we get a goalie game here.
Yeah, I love the Jets in this spot. They're just a much better team. My rating for them is -148, so that's a significant advantage over this crummy Blues team, who once again maybe outperforming expectations a little bit, but still they're not in the playoff spot. So that's all good. They're just a bad team, and the goaltending's been okay so far, but the Jets are just. I trust them to score the goals on the shitty Blues defense, who is one of the worst in the league, and they're not exactly scoring goals for fun either. I mean, they got the Devils there; that was a bad spot for them. But going forward, this is not a team that will win a ton of games. Just they're going to be very mediocre going forward. Whereas the Jets should be a playoff team. So yeah, give me the Jets here. They've been pretty good on the road too. So yeah, Jets is a good price there, -130. And for the total, no, really feel on the total. I lean to the over, but not strong about it at all.
All right, for myself here, I'm with you guys. I love the Jets in this game at -135. I think this is an absolute steal. I know these teams have very similar records. Jets are 5-4-2, Blues are 5-4-1. But let's face it, once the season ends, come April or something like that, whenever the fuck it ends, these teams should be pretty far apart in the standings. All things even out in the wash a bit here. So I think there's definitely a lot of value at -135. Then as far as over/under goes here, we're seeing Binnington play really well. And we know he's not necessarily the greatest of goalies. And we're seeing Hellebuck play not so great. And we know that he is one of the better goalies. So that makes me lean towards the over here at 6 -110. I don't really love it, but I mean, that's my logic thinking. We got a good goalie that's playing kind of bad, and we got a mid goalie that's playing pretty good. So there's some firepower though in both squads here. So I'm hoping to see some goals in this. St. Louis doesn't really score a lot though. That's kind of been their problem. They started off hot, but yeah, either way, give me the Jets here, and then give me the over 6 at -110.
All right. We are brought to you by Game Time. Buying tickets to your favorite event should not be stressful. We all know that. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have. The Game Time app experience. They got the flash deals, last-minute tickets. I was looking on there for my Flyers tickets on Saturday night. So great app there. I love using it. And Game Time is the place for last-minute ticket deals. Of course, you get images of your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CFBX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And win bigger by betting smarter this season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every bet with historical stats and data. You can enter any parlay idea into Hall of Fame Bet's revolutionary parlay optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg, as well as an expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort all players by hit rate for any bet to learn which players are hot and which picks have value. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets.
Yo, Keenan Allen just made one of the nastiest fucking grabs I think I've ever seen. Holy shit.
That was
That was
nice.
sick. Did you see that? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
unbelievable. He's so dope, yo. Like, I don't know why. I guess, I don't know. He's fucking sick. All right. Anyways,
He's consistent, right?
he has been. He's 100% wide receiver
When
number
he's
one all day long.
healthy. He's not consistent at being
Yes.
healthy, but when he
You're
is
right.
healthy, he's always putting up production.
Sick beard too, and he's unreal at the piano. Check that out. All right, 9 p.m. time slot here. We have the Nashville Predators against the Calgary Flames. Game itself is in Calgary here at the Saddle Dome. Nashville on the money line sitting at plus 114. Calgary on the money line at minus 135. The over-unders at 6. Over paying off plus 100. The under minus 120. The Calgary Flames are so fucking bad at hockey. I know they're coming off a win here, but still they stink. Their home record is 1-3-0. Nashville's not that much better. They're 2-4-0, but at least they're not painful, you know. So I don't know if you're going to give me the Preds here as dogs at plus 114. I just can't get it. I just can't go over it. Jacob Markstrom's kind of fallen off. We were pumping his tires a little bit. He was playing okay to start the year, and maybe it's not all on him. The team around him is giving him absolutely zero support. I don't know what the advanced analytics say on that. They probably say go fuck yourself and get a job. But Jacob Markstrom is 1-6-1. He's 3.03 goals against average, 0.89 save percentage, and then Dan Vladar is just a total non-option. This guy stinks too. Just bring up. Who's that kid they got? Dustin Wolf. Let's start howling. Let's get Wolfie up in here. But I don't know. Anyways, Flames suck. Give me the Preds as road dogs here, plus 114 as far as over-under goes. Give me the over in this one. Neither team can really score a goal, but Calgary just sucks, man. So I don't know. I'm all against the Flames this year. Fuck them. Hope they get their tits lit.
Yeah, like you expect the Flames to have some sort of turnaround at some point, and I'm sure they will. They're not going to be this bad all season, but like I mean, they got to win in Seattle over the weekend to break their losing streak. But Nashville went into Edmonton and beat them 5-2. So I think Nashville here as a road underdog. I like them here plus 114. I didn't believe in them to start the year, but they've been better than I expected here. So if you can give me them at plus 114 against the Flames that are still kind of struggling to find themselves, I'll take that there. And then for a total, guess I lean to the under 6 at minus 120. It's Saros, Markstrom, maybe a goalie game here. So that's the way, more of just a lean on the total though.
For this one, you know what I'm gonna say. The Flames are a figure-out team right now for me. So I want to bet them, but I just can't. And the Predators just came off of a nice upset win against the Oilers. They didn't allow a goal 5-on-5. Saros has been playing better. Defensively, they're looking pretty strong, and they can get those young guys scoring goals. Ryan O'Reilly with a hat trick, I believe, in that one.
Yeah.
He's getting going, familiarizing himself with his new teammates. So it's been a long road trip for the Preds. Not exactly ideal to be playing all these, bouncing around Vancouver, then Seattle, then up to Edmonton, down to Calgary. I lean to Calgary, but I'm not going to bet it myself. But I do like the under. Markstrom has been getting abandoned a little bit. The Calgary defense isn't exactly playing up to their level right now. But he still has some decent stats, and I think that he can do enough here to make this a goalie game with Saros on the other side. So, I think it's far likelier to get 5 goals than 7 in this one. So, if you make me make a bet in this one, I'll give me the under 6 at minus 120.
All right, heading down to the 9 p.m. time slot again here. We got the Seattle Kraken against the Arizona State University Coyotes. Game itself is at Arizona State University in the Shadow Realm at Mullet Arena. Both teams are at minus 110. We got to pick them here, boys. This is when I need my little pick 'em bell. I'm going to get it next time I go to the dollar store. I'm going to start fucking ringing it. It's going to be awesome. The over-under sitting at 6.5, over sitting at minus 102, the under minus 118. If you're not betting the Arizona State University Coyotes in this game, I don't know what the hell you are doing. This team is electric and so fun to watch. We're seeing Connor Ingram in net. He's been confirmed. He's 3-1-0. He's got a 2.39 goals against average with a .919 save percentage. This team is 3-2-0 at the Shadow Realm here. You got Sean Thursey being lights out defenseman. You got Logan Cooley, an absolute young stud. Clayton Keller's fucking ripping bombs. You got former Toronto Marley, Michael Carcone on the third line. line, just lighting the lip, getting options. Then you got the shitty old boring, shitty fucking stinky Seattle Kraken here. Give me the Yotes minus 110. I absolutely love this play. As far as over-under goes here, give me the under. You know why? Because my boy Connor fucking Ingram, when he's not done throwing games in Sweden, he's ready to fucking get shutouts, baby. So let's go under 6.5 minus 118 and give me the Yotes. That fired me up. Fuck.
Yeah, the odds makers knew better than to make the Coyotes dogs here at home. But I'm still going with them at minus 110. Like Talon said, 3-2-0 at home. Kraken 2-3-2 on the road. So 2 wins, 5 losses there on the road. It's kind of tough for Seattle. The Coyotes lost at home to the Jets over the weekend, but the Jets are a much better team than the Kraken are there. So, yeah, give me the Coyotes here at home. Shadow Realm minus 110. Probably a pass in the total for me, even though Ingram's been playing well. So I would probably, if I had to, I would take the under. But definitely a play on the Coyotes.
Yeah, I mean, I have these teams rated pretty similarly after upgrading the Coyotes so much and downgrading the Kraken a little bit. So, yeah, it's give the home ice advantage here to the Coyotes, which and it means a lot more down there near Mount Doom. So, yeah, I quite like the Coyotes here. Just Kraken, not a great road team. They've been, regressing a little bit in terms of their goal scoring. Not the best power play. Grubar's been okay. Certainly better than he was 2 years ago, but that's not saying much. And yeah, the total is kind of a little bit high, but I like the Coyotes to score goals in this one. So I'm going to go with the team total over 3.5 at plus 130. I think that they can light the Kraken up here. The Coyotes have a lot of depth now. Came out of nowhere, but they do have a lot of talent on top 3 lines, the scoring lines, and they're getting some production defensively too. Sean Durzee's been excellent. He's been manning that power play as one of the best point men in the league. So yeah, I like the Coyotes to win this one. No real play on the total. I just I can see the Coyotes scoring, but I can also see the Coyotes shutting the Kraken down. So let's just go with the Coyotes team total over 3.5 at plus 130.
All right, moving down to the 10 p.m. time slot here. We got the New Jersey Devils against the Colorado Avalanche. Game itself is in Colorado. New Jersey on the money line sitting at plus 145. Colorado on the money line at minus 175. The over-under is at 6.5. Over paying off minus 105. The under minus 115. Mr. Meyer, after giving up 7 goals to the Vegas Golden Knights, what's going on in Colorado? They got to have a bounce-back game here, no?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, the main thing for me in this one is, there's the bounce back, whatever. Again, it's embarrassing losing to the Knights 7-0, and getting shut out in 3 of the last 4 games is not ideal. But the Devils are a good team to get the offense going. They're not the best defensively. Their goaltending is kind of average, and the penalty killing is not great. I mean, the Devils games they all go over. So in a shootout kind of game, I think the Avs can get the offense going, get the momentum back, and get these boys back in form. The confidence growing. So I like the over 6.5 minus 105, and the line has gone way too far now because it's adjusted for the fact that we're not going to get Jack Hughes and probably not Nico Hischier. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but those are 2 of the best centers in the league. Certainly Hischier with his 2-way play is not to be underrated. So yeah, they're very poor center depth at the moment to the Devils. So you can see why the line went up so high for the Avs, but the total didn't. And I think that even without Jack Hughes doing his thing, setting up plays, scoring goals and all that, I think we could see some goals here. So give me the over 6.5 at minus 105. The Avs offense can get going against basically the Eastern counterpart of how they play. These teams are very similar, even though the Avs are a bit more defensively minded, but not enough to prevent this from going over. So give me the over 6.5.
Yeah, I caught the Avs earlier at minus 166 before the line moved too much. Still 175. I think I would take it at that. Devils are without Hughes, Hart Trophy, one of the favorites right now, and Hischier, who would have won the Selke last year if Bergeron had retired. He was second place to him. So without him, they're running Michael McLeod, Dawson Mercer, Eric Holla, and Chris Tierney down the middle as their centers. I mean, Toffoli's been great, but without Hughes, I don't know how great he'll be. So I think this is a great get right spot for the Avs here at home. They're playing the Devils, who are now a great team in name, but looking at who they're actually going to be putting out there on the ice without Hughes, without Hischier, it's not going to be the full complement there. So Avs are going to be able to get statement win over the Devils, and everyone's going to forget that Jack Hughes didn't play in it when they look back at the box score in a few months from now. But yeah, I like the Avs here at home, and I would probably lean to the over 6.5 minus 105. Like Joel said about it being a shootout, I could see Devils putting up 3 themselves and Avs running up 5 or something like that. So love the Avs here at home, and also do like the over.
All right, for myself here, I think the biggest thing, and you guys touched on it, obviously no Jack Hughes, and then with that Nico Hischier status up in the air as well, we don't really know exactly what we're going to see out of the New Jersey Devils here. We're not going to see them to their full effect. So with that being said, I love Colorado at home. Things have been a little bit tough for the boys in Colorado, but Nathan McKinnon fucking hates losing, man. So let's go out. Let's get a big win against the Devils here. I don't even hate the play in regulation. That's probably sitting at maybe plus 100, maybe plus 105 or plus 110. So I will be eyeing that a little bit. I'm going against you guys though. I'm on the under here though, man. You said, what is it? 3 out of the past 4 games, the Avalanche have been shut out. Joel, is that what you said?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's a little bit tough. And then, like we just talked about with the Devils, without those big boys, those big centermen backing up through the middle there, I don't think we're going to see 7 goals in this game, man. I think it's going to be a nice little tight one, maybe a 3-1 finish or a 4-2 finish or something like that. So I'm all over the over here, 6.5 or minus 115. Vitek Vanacek has been starting to look a little bit better. He had a massive save against Tyler Johnson when they were playing when the Devils were playing the Blackhawks the other night. And then Alexander Gorgiev, those numbers have dropped off a little bit from when he started the year. That 7-goal game will fucking do that to you, especially when you've only played 9 games. So he's definitely way better than his numbers are showing. So give me the under 6.5 and give me the Avs in regulation. All right, moving to the 10 p.m. time slot here. We got the Pittsburgh Penguins against the Anaheim Ducks. Game itself is in the Quack Palace, baby. Pittsburgh on the money line. It's in Anaheim. Pittsburgh on the money line is at minus 160. Anaheim on the money line at plus 136. The over-under is at 6.5. Over paid off minus 122. The under plus 102. Ducks coming off a big win here, boys. Obviously taking down the Knights. That was a kick in the pills for your boy over here, but everybody else in the Discord was having a good time quacking along last night. This team's been fucking sweet. Maybe not so much at home, only 3-2. But this Pittsburgh team, man, this is where I'm coming at it for. I'm a bit higher on this Penguins team than a lot of other people are. I know a couple shows ago I said that they're going to be making the playoffs, and I stand by that. So I really think that they're going to beat the shit out of the Ducks. Sidney Crosby doesn't lose to the fucking Anaheim Ducks, okay? Evgeny Malkin doesn't lose to the fucking Anaheim Ducks. Chris Letang doesn't lose to the Anaheim Ducks. Eric Carlson might lose to the Anaheim Ducks, but we're not going to talk about that. But give me the Pens minus 162. As far as over-under goes, I think we're going to see some goals here, man. That's the thing. The Ducks are scoring. They're averaging about 3.36 goals for per game. Pens are averaging 3.6. They're 8th in the league. Ducks are 11th in scoring. And neither of this team has been completely lights out on the back end or from a goaltending perspective. So give me the over. Give me the Pens.
You know, I got to be quacking here at the Quack Palace, plus 136. Ducks is home dogs. They just beat the Penguins in Pittsburgh, 4-3 back last Monday, a week ago. They faced a late 5-on-3 penalty kill. Mason McTavish, I think, scored with 13 seconds left to win that one in regulation. They've won 6 in a row now. They've been one of the definite pleasant surprises so far this season. I don't hate me set down. Pittsburgh does have the 4th best expected goals, 4%, but they're just not finding ways to win. I don't trust Tristan Jarry. I trust either Gibson or Dostala over him in that. And the Ducks just have the vibes going right now. McTavish having a breakout year. Zegras got moved to wing and he's not doing much. No one's talking about him, but the Ducks are getting it done. Frank Vetrano has 10 goals or something. So Ducks at home plus 136, and then a total. Probably go with the over, but no strong play on the total for me.
All right, I had to upgrade the Ducks quite a bit, so I only get to minus 126 for the Pens. You mentioned that the Ducks are 3-2 at home, but they're only 2 losses at home are to the Stars and the Bruins, who are among the elite in the NHL. And then meanwhile, the Ducks went on the road and they beat a lot of good teams, including those Bruins. And they also just beat the Knights. Kind of a little bit of a fortunate win. Knights took their foot off the gas in the 3rd period and let the Ducks score 4 unanswered. But yeah, the Ducks are, it's not just about the results. Their underlying numbers are looking pretty good too. And Dostal is actually, I don't know. He was voted the rookie of the month or something. I don't even know he was a rookie. But
How old is he? Isn't this guy like 28 or some shit like that?
I could have sworn I've
I
seen
think
him.
he's young. I think he's young. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he was
he's
the
not
rookie of the
that
month.
young. Yeah, Michael
He's
Bunting
23.
syndrome. He's 23. I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm not seeing him anywhere on the odds board. So out of whatever, I guess he'll show up if he keeps balling out and takes over the starting role. But yeah, the Ducks goaltending has been a strength. Their offense is a strength, and even their defense is a strength. Like one of the finalists in the ESPN polling is Pavel Mintyukov. So his top three. Yeah, I mean, of course, talent like him.
I shouted him out. He's on my fantasy team. He's doing work.
Oh, right on. He's been phenomenal. So yeah, they got some defense going, and then the offense going. I told you, Craig McTavish.
Curly-haired fuck.
What's his first name? McTavish. It's
Mason.
Mason, right? Yeah, he's the real captain of the team. I think at least going forward. Fuck that Zegers guy. So yeah, Ducks. I really like this team. Penguins. Yeah, they've got the offense going somewhat, but it was the Sharks that they thrashed. The Ducks have a little bit of a stingier defense than the Sharks and better goaltending too. So yeah, give me the Ducks here, and give me the over though with the propensity of the Pens to play more forward-thinking hockey, aggressive, and just their bad goaltending too. So I think we see goals in this one. And I think we might get a home dog outright win. That means you can go with the team total for this one as well with the Ducks. Give a plus money there too, over 3.5. So yeah, give me the old Ducks.
I'll give you a duck. All right. Okay, moving on to the 10:30 p.m. time slot. We got the Philadelphia Flyers against the San Jose Sharks. What a fucking game to end the day. Game itself is it's in the plastic bag. They used to call it the Shark Tank, but now I'm calling it a little plastic bag that you put your goldfish in when you're taking it home or something, because that's how shitty this fucking team is. They are not sharks. They are goldfish. Philadelphia on the money line sitting at -192. San Jose on the money line sitting at +160. Philadelphia on the puck line at -1.5 is at +120. Philadelphia on the puck line at -7.5 is at plus whatever it is, but it's definitely in play. The over/under is at 6.5. Over sitting at -120. The under +100. Mr. Gilbert, can you tell all the fine people why the Philadelphia Flyers are going to continue the 10-goal streak against the San Jose Sharks here?
I mean, I could, but also I have seen Philadelphia sports, and I know Philadelphia sports. And let me just take you back to 2017. The Arizona Coyotes start the season 10-0-1. The Flyers host them on October 30th, and the Coyotes get their first win of the season. Now, the Coyotes actually scored multiple goals in multiple games back then. But yeah, the Flyers have been in this spot before, and they have lost. The Sharks are definitely much worse than that Coyotes team. But also what got me was Sharks GM Mike Greer, who was a scary dude back in his playing days, met with his players on Monday morning. It was a one-way conversation. There are certain things I won't tolerate, and some of that stuff has been happening. And I let them know that. So if there's a spot for the Sharks to step up, it could be now. But having said all that, if the Flyers lose this game, it's going to be a fucking shit show. So Flyers puck line +120, Flyers team total over 3.5, over 4.5. Ladder it up. That's the ladder emoji. Take it 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, and just go Flyers there.
Right. Seems like doesn't matter who the Sharks play. The opponent can't be under -200. At least most opponents, and the Flyers are, we're pretty high in the Flyers these days with how well they've been playing 5-on-5. Shout out to Bobby Brink too. Somehow his odds keep dropping, so people believe in him apparently. And so yeah, the Flyers just a NHL hockey team, and then the San Jose Sharks are not. That's the simple handicap. And there's nothing much more to add to this one. But I will say that as soon as the odds open for Thursday's game between the Sharks and the Oilers, I'm gonna fucking smash the Oilers. Like that's gonna be a ladder spot. I'm gonna be betting the Oilers again and again and again because those odds are only going one way, especially. And I really hope the Canucks hold on here. 3-1 win, goal by Quinn Hughes, not a big deal. The Oilers lose again here. They're gonna be fucking so mad at going into San Jose, and they're gonna rape some fish. Okay, they're gonna.
We're fucking fish, bro. We're fucking fish, Tom Cruise style.
like the always oil rigs when they have a spill in the sea. Well, these oilers are gonna spill all over these sharks, the fish.
Hell
the
yeah!
water. they're gonna toxify them and whatnot. So we're handicapping a Thursday game here, but I'm just letting you know. As soon as those odds pop, I'm gonna be betting the fuck out of the Oilers. So on Thursday's game.
I love that. I absolutely love that so much. Yeah, this team sucks. Ryan, you talked about a GM. Mike Greer comes down and talk to the boys. It doesn't fucking matter. Your GM comes down and talks to you. What do you do? Oh, you're doing stuff that I'm not going to accept. It's like, bro, like you signed us all. You're paying us all. We got scored on 20 times in the past 2 games. There's a player in the league that has more goals in this entire season than our entire fucking team does. We're done. We're sucked. We're cooked. We're red snapper that's cooked. That's how bad this team is right now. They stink. So it doesn't matter, The Flyers are gonna carve them. They're gonna beat the shit. I'm with Ryan. -1.5. I might go fucking -2.5. I might go -3.5. I might even go -4.5. That's how bad these fucking San Jose Sharks team is. And then if you're looking for over under here, I was leaning towards the under in the show. I slapped myself out of it. That's the stupidest thing I ever thought in my life.
You did it last time. Remember what happened? 10.
Yeah, they gave up 10 goals. There's like 10-2 final or something. And also Samuel Ersson, I'm seeing, is expected to get the nod here for Philadelphia. Ryan, he stinks, no?
Yeah, he's not good. He
Okay.
had a decent stretch last year, but he's not looking like a guy.
Okay, so bet the over bet the over 11.5 in this game if you can. Just ladder that up, baby. Is that how that is? Is that what the ladder is? To
ladder it up. You
take
-9.5, 10.5,
-3.5. Yeah, that's the ladder.
That's the ladder. I absolutely love that. Step up, baby. Let's go.
I think Erston was in net for that 5-1 win in Buffalo, though. So maybe he has some mojo going here.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna matter. All right. That made it through, boys. What do we got for consensus plays here? Austin fucking Eckler, baby. Let's go.
Consensus plays, we got the Sabres +170. Thor's gonna like that one. We have the Lightning Canadians over 6.5 -112. Islanders -130. Desert Dogs -110. Then we're all on the Avs in one way or another, whether regulation or money line or some sort of total. And the Flyers.
Right, I thought there was more than that, but okay, whatever. All right, we're gonna move down to our lock dogs and totals here for the November 7th games here. Sorry, I was just watching my boy Cameron Dicker hit the poll. For current standings, I'm 10-8. I'm up 1.26 units.
That's updated. Yeah, that's not updated.
Oh, okay. Well, then fuck the standings. We'll get to that next show. Forget about it. I'm going to kick us off here, though, for my lock. I'm taking Winnipeg Jets -130 on the money line versus St. Louis. I absolutely think the Jets just beat the wheels off this team here. I don't understand why this line's -130, so I'm going to be all over it. For my dog, we're fading Antti Ranta here, and you should too. Buffalo money line versus Carolina at +170. That's fucking crazy talk here. I know the Canes are good. Timo Teravainen's having himself a good year, too. And then for my total, Colorado, New Jersey, under 6.5, -115. I know these guys are against it, but I actually like it with Colorado getting shut out the past 3 out of 4 here. A couple of the big dogs out here for New Jersey. I'm hoping this one goes under 6.5.
All right, and for me, my lock here, Islanders -130 at home against the Wild. I think they're a slightly better team. Definitely have the advantage in net and home ice there. So like -130 there. My dog, I have the Canadians +136 at home against Tampa. Tampa on a back-to-back, after an emotional loss. So I think Canadians can take advantage of Matt Tompkins there in net. And my total is the Flyers team total over 3.5 -145. I thought about going with 4.5. I'm just going to stick with 3.5 and play it safe, even though -145 is a bit juicy for a total.
For myself, I got a couple of team totals. Myself here with the Red Wings team total over 2.5. My lock at -135 against the Rangers. Probably no Shesterkins. That's what I'm banking on here anyway. I think that this line will go up once it's Jonathan Quick confirmed, or whoever else they got. If they call up someone else to be the backup, whatever. And then my dog is the Coyotes team total over 3.5 +130. I think they can light up the Kraken fairly easily. And the total, the Lightning Canadians over 6.5 -112. Also like the dog here, but I can count on goals with how the Lightning have been playing and with their shitty backup in net. They're shitty backup to the backup in net. And with my expectation that the Canadiens goaltending regresses at some point. So the over 6.5 Lightning Canadiens.
All right, boys, that pretty much wraps it up here. I like that. We got a couple good picks. And you know what? I think we're all going to go 3 for 3 on our lock dogs and totals this show. I think we're feeling it. We're overdue. We're going to fucking crush it, yo. We got to get some positivity going up in this bitch.
Let's do it.
All right. Damn right. Everybody go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast Network website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff going on in the world of sports here. Obviously, we got hockey. Season's been fucking electric so far. It's been an absolute blast. We got the NFL. Looks like my Chargers are going to hold on to it. Fingers crossed. We should be okay. We got college football. We got NBA going on. We got fucking, I don't know if NASCAR's happening. We got CFL though. Holy shit. Saturday, big game for the Argos against Montreal Alouettes. I'm going to be working that night, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It's a day game, so at least I get to watch it and probably won't be able to booze or anything, but whatever. It's going to be sweet. Let's go Argos, baby. So that's going to be awesome. Go to the SGPN website. Check out all the articles and shit like that. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles. He's banging out weekly. Those are absolutely sweet. Listen to the other shows. Shout out MMA Gambling Podcast. They got YouTube going now, much like we're doing there. So go show some love. You can see Jeff Fox's ugly mug up there. Just joking. He's a cutie. It's all good. What else is going on, man? Shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord, baby. Discord's popping off. We're having a blast in there, dude. People are making money. Like, I know we say it, but like people are posting winners in there, man, and we're having a good time doing it. Everybody's chatting it up. That's what we want. That's exactly what we asked for. And we're busting each other's balls. We even had a little drunk 22-year-old in there last night having a good time, pumping out that whiskey, just sipping whiskey and having a blast. That's what we like to see. So shout out our boy Archer in there. That was awesome. Love that kid. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. Hell yeah. So shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you're not making money. If you want to get in there, but you're not, you can reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter, where we should have put you in the right direction. You can reach out to the HGP Twitter account. Our social media assistant producer will be in there. He's been a fucking gamer lately. He'll point you in the right direction as well. Or what you can do is you can buy tickets for the new Blink-182 tour. And when they go to Vancouver, you'll see Joel just first in line because he absolutely loves it, And when you see him in there with his little Cheshire Cat shirt, with take off his pants and jacket and all that good shit, you'll see him be like, "Hey, you're Joel Meyer. How do you get in the Discord?" And he'll be like, miss you. And then he'll tell you how to get in the Discord, baby.
All
right. Make sure you're subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast and leave us a 5-star rating and a review. What are you waiting for? Give me something to read here at the end of the show instead of having to beg for one. Subscribe. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts.
All right. Sorry. Distracted. All right. My name is Talon Jenkins. You can find me at Twitter at Talon_Jenkins94. Leafs won. Chargers won. Bills lost. Good fucking weekend, boys.
I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
I'm Joel Martin. You'll find me commending the Chargers for 2 games in a row, winning by margin, not close wins like they usually do.
Well, we almost fucked it. We got 7 points in the second half, and it was basically a fucking defensive touchdown for all intents and
7
purposes.
Sacks I read there, so you're just.
I know. Yeah, but we've given up 5, so we're not doing much better, man. It's been ugly. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.